And we're on live this time. But before we get to Fantasy League with my man KP, we got a little few things we want to housekeeping we got to take care of. So
new seasons, new gear. Show the world what it means to be a fan in 100% authentic gear. Fanatics, officially licensed everything.
Get ready to dive into a new world of online shopping with the Fins Tailgate. Whether you're a die-hard sports fan or just looking for the latest fashion trends, we've got you covered. With a wide variety of products from your favorite sports teams to stylish accessories and home decor, we're your one-stop shop for all things tailgate. Our easy-to-use website and hassle-free checkout process make shopping with us a breeze. Plus, with frequent sales and discounts, you won't want to shop anywhere else. So come on in and join the party at the Fins Tailgate, your new go-to destination for all things tailgate.
hey, what's going on? Hey, like KP says, fins up, or if not, get some damn Viagra. And if you can't get no Viagra, W Energy, it'll help you out a lot. You know what I'm saying? Use the link below and get 10% off your first purchase. Don't forget backroom collections, visors, fine artwork, one-of-a-kind artwork, visors for your mini helmets. You could also get 10% off. And I think that's a good deal because if you get like a couple of $100 worth of artwork, you're saving some nice money with that code. Also, check out my man Chef Juice Catering. He has cupcakes. He does Jamaican food, soul food, Spanish food, Chinese food, whatever you want. Hit him up. The number is 786-804-8096. So now, without further ado, I apologize, KPZ, for the earlier faux pas. But go ahead.
No worries, man. No apologies needed, man. And hey, I'm thinking mix the Viagra with the W, and man, we may have. Let's trademark that thing, Shake.
Oh man,
let's call get it shaken.
Yeah. Shake things up.
Shake things up. But anyway, hey guys, I know you're not here for our men's health advice, right? You're here for the fantasy football forecast. So let's get it in. Good morning to all the fins out there. Fins up, everybody.
It was a Dubby, the troop maker.
There it is. But yeah, hey guys, man, it's week 3, man, and the real fantasy football leagues are all going hot. The real NFL football season is underway. And for all you fantasy football fans out there who've tuned in, I think it's time that we revisit the formula for your fantasy football league, and that is WIMT, weather, injury, matchup, and trend. Okay, we're not going to take a long time here because you got to do your own research, but if you plan to win your fantasy football league, you must take these 4 factors into account week in, week out. Weather, injury, matchup, trend. And if we're talking about the weather, you know, we have Tropical Storm Ophelia going up and down the East Coast. If I could share the screen real quick, Shake, I'm going to go ahead and share a little something.
So go for
All right. Take a look at this, folks. According to FanDuel, I don't know, is this coming through? Can you see that? The FanDuel.
No, I don't see it. I don't see it on the bottom yet. All
right, hold on 1 second. Let me. All right, well, nothing major. Just showing you here that if you're picking players, if you're picking winners, all right, even if you're in the DFS, again, you got to take into consideration the effect of the weather on these games. And as you can see here, reported by FanDuel, Mr. Jordan Jajani, at least 3 games are going to be affected by adverse weather conditions. Bills at Commanders, Ravens at Colts, and Patriots at Jets. You can expect high winds. You can expect a wet football game, and that needs to factor in to whatever decisions you're making about your lineups going forward. Next, injury. As you all know, the NFL is really just a. And how do I leave the share screen? How do I leave that? Okay, stop screen.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, as you all know, injuries are the name of the game when it comes to the NFL. It's really a war of attrition week in, week out. And I know we covered the Aaron Rodgers injury last week, and this week we had another blockbuster right there on Monday night when Nick Chubb's knee exploded. Right, live on primetime TV. So you want to take stock of where your players are at. I know some of you drafted some players high and wanted them to be your workhorses, but you got to be able to make the adjustment if you're going to be competitive in fantasy football. So you Austin Eckler drafters in the first round. Sorry, looks like it's going to be out another week. You know what I'm saying? So check your lineups. If you have injuries in key positions, you still have time to make some adjustments and get your team right and competitive for the week, right? And then matchups. Let's take a quick look at the schedule for this week. Hold on one moment.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. I don't know if you guys can see this.
Let's give us a few shout outs if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
We got Brian's Brains. What's up? How you doing? John Featherland, as always. We got Flipside Fishing in the building. My dude Adam Sadowski. Breaking news: Bill Stuck. Yeah, of course. My man Joe Rist. What's going on? We got Concrete Roadrunner in the building. We got Concrete. Not Concrete. Mr. Crazy Dolphin, aka Mr. Pulp, a member of the Wolfpack, key contributor of the Wolfpack. My man
Killian
Greg. Yeah, and Killian Cougar, and of course, me and Mano Lewis. What's going on, brother? But go ahead. I'm gonna share the screen and let's get to it.
All right. So yeah. Matchups, guys. Here is the schedule for week 3, right? And if you're taking a look at it, the thing you want to consider is what matchups are going to play and how your players are going to perform under these matchups. Is your game a conference game? Is it a division game? Right? Is this a matchup between two teams that don't often see each other? All of that makes a difference, right? So you definitely want to be aware of the matchups and how they're going to affect your projected player performance. Now, whatever server you're using is going to do this for you to some degree. You're going to see the projected output of your players vary from week to week. And this does play into their algorithms for sure. But remember, you are the manager. You're the one who has to make the decisions. And sometimes you know more than, the aggregators in Vegas or wherever the hell, they come from. And sometimes you got to go with your hunch. And that might make the difference in you winning or losing for the week. And then finally, final analysis, final thing to remind ourselves of as we get into week 3 is trend. How is your team trending? Are they 0-2 or are they 2-0? Is the game that they're in going to be a game that they absolutely must have? And if so, who are they going to lean on to make that potential victory occur? This is the kind of thinking you want to bring into your fantasy football forecasting on a week and week out basis. So again, guys, all you fantasy football managers out there, weather, injury, matchup, and trend. This is your starting rubric if you're looking to create a winner and put it out there in fantasy football. But yeah, I don't know, Color. You want to jump in here, Shake? What do you think about that?
Yeah, by the way, I was gonna also say, and a lot of that applies for those of you that play daily fantasy and you don't use computers and you just manually pick your lineups. A lot of these principles apply the same way. Weather, matchup, trend, yeah, all of it applies to your daily fantasy as well.
Absolutely. Hey guys, I know many of you are here to because you're part of our novel, our incredible, our challenging TFTG Fantasy Football League. So yeah, let's take a look at where we are going into week 3. I know with the Thursday night game where we had the 49ers versus the Giants, it really has already started, right? Some people have already scored some significant points there, especially if you had like McCaffrey or even Kittle in your fantasy football lineups already. They've gotten you off to a good start already. But let's take a look at our league and where it's going. All right, we'll share the screen one more time.
Okay.
All right, so here we are in the TFTG Fantasy Football League. We've got 5 teams. Now, this is a 20-team league, y'all, if you didn't already know, those of you tuning in. It's a 20-team league, and right now we have 5 teams, 1/4 of the league undefeated. We got top of the hill, I Could See the Light, my very own Demon Dolphins, of course, Flipside Fishing, and Ball So Hard with perfect records thus far going into week 3, 2-0. Conversely, at the bottom of the league, you've got 5 teams currently 0-2. Got Red Ants Nation, who was an early favorite, Team Greg, whose strategy is to play the long game here, and we'll be talking about that later. In It to Win It, Guardians of the End Zone, and maybe not surprisingly, but Team Crypto at the bottom of the league, 0-2.
Oh man.
Hopefully that calls about Crypto. Where you at, man? I'm trying to bring them out. And then we've got 10 teams right now after 2 weeks with a 1-1 record in the middle, right? And we're not going to go through the whole list, but there are some favorites in there. You got My Skills Get Sexy, Miss Finn's team with a 1-1 record. You got Moss Canadian Finns, similar McGritty's. You got Ali G. Who else we got? We got Roach's team, Team Stream, all in the mix with 1 victory and 1 loss. All right. Aside from where we're at, I'm happy to announce we've had our first big move in the league. We've had our first big trade. So let's take a look at what has happened there. And now the trade hasn't been finalized, but it is in the process. It's 24 hours away, less than 24 hours away from being processed. So let's take a look at it and who was involved. 1 second. Let me change this. Where is it? Okay. All right. So let's take a look at this. All right. League office. Let's go. Boom. Okay. And yeah, it was good to see that a trade went through because, we did put out and this continues this week. There are trades to be made. There's still trades to be made. Crypto, I don't know what you're doing, but you need a quarterback on your team. Make a trade, my G. We did see, though, Ali go ahead and successfully execute a trade. So let's pull that up and take a look at it. And then we'll go over what's happening in this league.
Yeah, but you know what? I seen the trade, and at the end of the day, look, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, I think that was a bad trade because we know that Gardner, as soon as AR is healthy again, he's whatchamacallit is going to be riding the pine again. He's going to be riding. Minshew's going to be riding the pine again. And I'm sure if he was the starter, if he was going to be the starter going forward, that would have been. But at the end of the day, you got Trent Sherfield, who at the end of the day, when teams are gonna try to shut down Stephon Diggs. So he's gonna be kind of like one of the contributors to that Buffalo defense. I mean offense, whatever. But that's just me on that on the.
Well, exactly, and so that's why I think. No. I think that's valid. Anthony Richardson has definitely led a surprisingly positive start to the Indianapolis Colts season. I mean, many people picked the Indianapolis Colts to be in the basement, right? And they didn't have high hopes on Richardson and how he'd be able to lead that team. And before he took that concussion last week, dude put up 2 rushing touchdowns, right? He was moving that team consistently to continue there. So, Ali's trade here, or let's put it up here. This trade here between Ali and Rizzler Voss is still a good one, in my opinion, because of exactly what you pointed out, Shake. Trent Sherfield hasn't really blossomed much in terms of being a big-time producer for the sorry-ass Buffalo Bills, right? And so Rizzler didn't give up much. So Ali
Yeah.
didn't give up much when it
Yeah.
comes to getting this trade done. So he's got a 1 week rental, maybe a 2 week rental if that concussion protocol continues. So I think both teams stand to benefit here because eventually you might see Trent Sherfield mix into the Buffalo Bills offense a little bit more productively.
Apparently, to me, in my opinion, the best use I've learned is when you have a guy like Trent Sherfield and you're going up against a top tier defense. I would gamble and use him because at the end of the day, like I highlighted earlier, they're going to shut down Stephon Diggs. So, he's going to be more of a valuable weapon for Josh Allen if he's playing a top tier defense because he's the guy they're going to be using to try to move the ball down the field.
The only caveat to that is, and it was evident last week, is that it looks like they shifted right over to Gabe Davis like they normally do.
Yeah.
So you got to be mindful of the Gabe Davis effect as well.
That's true. Yeah.
Right. Then they've been waiting on Gabe Davis for the last 3 years. So, it's time for Gabe Davis to prove his mettle and be the guy.
Well, the thing of it is, Kahari, he actually has in flashes. So whenever they have had to shift over to him in a big game, he had a couple breakout games last season. I don't know, or season before, to the tune of 150, 175 yards, here or there. And then, of course, that playoff performance with 8 receptions for 201 yards and 4 touchdowns in a playoff game, and it was interesting to see that nobody was lining up in the offseason to steal him from Buffalo after that, and he kind of went silent all year last year after that. And then, of course, last week we saw in the big 38-10 victory, they kind of got shipped. Allen decided to, utilize him a little more, probably from the same effect you guys are referring to with, locking down Diggs.
Yep. And I can see Sherfield being used the same way we use Craycraft and Berrios as well. But go ahead.
Absolutely. Well, as you know, no problem. Gabe Davis.
Hey TJ, who are we playing?
Gabe Davis suffers from the same thing that constantly inflicts the entire Bills roster, and that is the disease of regular suckiness. In his case, his suckiness revolves around his ability to catch the ball, which is kind of important if you're a wide receiver. And, drops are the main thing that has frustrated his career thus far. But, yeah, he has had those moments where he's definitely, contributed to that team's big success and almost put him in the Super Bowl. You're right, Color, in that playoff game that they lost closely 2 seasons ago against the Chiefs. Now, before we get off this trade bit, I do want to encourage all the managers to continue to pursue trades. Right, there's still trades to be made as far as I can tell, and also for any trade to be executed. And we discussed this earlier this morning before the show. We went over how it's done. If the league, and I'm talking to the managers here, if for any reason you think that the trade is unfair or that it's not done in good faith, you have the power to veto the trade. There's a 24-hour waiting period, and if 12 of the 20 managers hit that veto button, the trade will not be executed. Okay, so if you are listening and you have a team in our league, make sure you go into the league today and make your decision on whether you're going to allow that trade to go through. All right. Again, we've had Ali and Rizzler negotiate a trade between Gardner Minshew, the current starting quarterback of Indianapolis, while Richardson is out, and Rizzler Vaz, who's received Trent Sherfield, Buffalo Bills number 3 receiver, in the process. If we don't get the 12 veto votes by 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, the trade will go through and become official. And so that's just the way it goes in our league. So make sure you guys get your votes in. Now, as far as the matchups this week, if we take a look here, we've got a couple interesting ones. So let's go through that. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can set that up. How do we do it last time, Shake? Oh, okay, yeah, I know how to do it. Okay, gotcha. All right, so let's go through the matchups and then let's open up the lines and get people's ideas, opinions, and questions in. So here we go. We're going to go through the matchups this week, and then we will open it up to you guys. So,
by the way, Crypto, I sent you the link on via text. I think hopefully he got it.
oh, I knew that would wake up. I knew that would wake up Crypto. Come on, Crypto, come on.
Wake up. Here he is.
The currency man himself.
What's going on, fellas?
What's going on?
You staying dry? You staying dry, Crypto man? I'm in your neck of the woods, bro.
Yeah, a little bit. It's not, it's been drizzling a little bit.
Yeah, man.
I dropped a link if anybody wanted to join a currency pick'em league. I put in there. Shake Money. It's in I put the link in there if you want it. You can add our picks to it.
I already joined it, Crypto, and yeah, man, we're gonna share that at the end. Yeah, maybe we can pin it to the top of the chat so people can get in. And then Crypto is now. I started a pick'em league, guys. We were going to talk about that at the end, but join Crypto's league. We'll pin it to the chat eventually, and you guys can get in on it.
Send it to me one-on-one message, a one-on-one text message, Crypto.
All right. Okay, I got you.
All right, so let's quickly go through the matchups here, folks. This week we've got McGritty's team versus the Demon Dolphins. Yours truly, KP, league manager. Favorite to win the league. I'm just talking.
By the way, we're still dropping episodes of Insomnia. When me and Crypto, we go one-on-one, and then I guess you guys could add to that as well. So, right, Crypto?
Yeah.
Is that how all right, cool.
Yep. Yeah, you can watch the Insomnia episode. Then the next morning after it drop, I'll just add my picks to it, to make it official.
Okay, cool.
From what we picked, from the video.
Actually, hold on. This was last.
What's his name? Rashad almost convinced me to pick the Patriots because it's in our best interest for the Patriots to lose so they can be buried further because we don't need the Jets in a possible first place tie with us after week 3. As long as we keep winning, then we can keep them at bay.
Now that's picking with your heart. Maybe is that picking with your mind? That's the thing you got to determine.
Yeah, that's true. I picked the Jets, but still, I want to pick the Patriots. I just see that one get right game by Zach.
I'm trying to get that set up.
I think it's going to be one game this season. He's going to throw like 6 or 7 touchdowns and 500 yards passing or something like that. I don't know. I might be just waking up. I'm still a little sleepy.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, he's got to come through. And that Jets defense is good enough to win the game.
Right, they'll play so good on defense. Then one day he'll click it in, and then it's like a 50-0 game or something. You know what I'm saying? But I need some coffee.
Exactly. I hear you, man. Go do you, man. Get that coffee. But yeah, man. Let's see. Did I get this thing to work yet? Hold on 1 second. T Martino, is that it? All right. Okay, yeah, I'm trying to learn these controls, Shake. Okay, but yeah, you should now see this week's matchups. Okay.
I put in
as we can see, first matchup is Demon Dolphins versus Team Latino. This is Andres Negron's team. And let's take a quick look at the matchup. Now, take a look at this lineup. I don't know if you guys can see this, but he still has Andrew Richardson in his starting quarterback slot. So he definitely needs to fix that because Richardson, as we all know, is out on concussion, right? And the matchup is against Patrick Mahomes. So, he probably was going to lose that one anyway. Then Andres has Jerick McKinnon, Jalen Warren as his running backs versus Etienne and White, who've been more than solid this season. Looking at the wide receiver matchup between Andres' team and my own, he's got A.J. Brown and Deontay Johnson, who's on the IR. So, yeah, Andres Negron, man, you got to get on your job, man. You need a replacement for quarterback Richardson, and you need a replacement for Deontay Johnson. Or, I mean, you could just, give me the easy win. So you could, actually keep them there, Andres, and the Demon Dolphins will win even more easily. No, I'm just kidding, bro. I wanted to be competitive. So yeah, if you're out there listening, Andres, make sure you make some changes to your team. And then in the tight end position, he's got Travis Kelce, who's been the standard at the position for the past 5 years, versus Dallas Goedert, who I bring to the competition. In the flex, I think he's got his advantage here with Mike Evans over Elijah Moore as well. I will say Deshaun Watson was looking Elijah Moore's way a lot on Monday night, but they just weren't connecting at the level that they're going to need to for Cleveland to be a decent enough squad. And then what makes our league different than a lot of others is our inclusion of the defensive players. He brings Shaquille Leonard, a big-time tackle machine, and Derwin James, who can make turnovers like at the top level in this league. Whereas I'm bringing out 2 standard linebackers, Kazir White and Aziz Al-Sher. So that first matchup, I don't know who you guys picked to win. According to ESPN at this point, 72% to 28% on this first matchup. Any perspective from you guys on this matchup here?
Let me see. As far as the who's his backup quarterback, by the way?
Yeah, let's take a look at the bench. Does he have a backup quarterback? Because you had some people doing some weird draft. Yeah, he has no quarterback on his bench. So he's in trouble. It looks like he put all his eggs in Richardson's basket, and Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Though, you know what I'm saying? Richardson is out. So he's going to be hurting there. Now, he does have some receivers that he can slot in for Deontay Johnson. And he's got some halfway decent choices. He's got Jalen Reed, who, has definitely been of use in Green Bay. Might be Jordan Love's favorite target at this point. I don't know. It's between him and Toure. And then he also has Allen Robinson, who had a pretty good week 1 performance, was damn near invisible in week 2. So who knows how Allen Robinson's going to be used. And Allen Robinson is Deontay Johnson's replacement. So, he can slot somebody in for Deontay Johnson, but he's going to need to do some work within the next 24 hours to get a quarterback into his team. All right, so we move on to matchup number 2. Here we have top of the hill, Bryson Maughan's team. Bryson's team. I think they are the number 1 ranked team in our league going so far, and he's facing Rizzler of Oz, who was the preseason number 1, who was said to have the best draft of the season. Bryson's team is 2-0. Rizzler of Oz, Adam Padilla's team is 1-1. If we're looking at the matchup here, we've got Ryan Tannehill versus Justin Herbert. Got to give the advantage there to Adam Padilla's Justin Herbert, as Ryan Tannehill is a great game manager, but I think they're going to be leaning on the run game heavy against Cleveland. Even though I did hear that Derrick Henry has a little bit of a injury and ankle. So we'll see how that usage comes in. Maybe Ty J. Spears.
You said Tannehill and Herbert? I think they played last week.
Yeah, they played last week. Justin Herbert
and Tannehill.
Right. Yeah. Tannehill won.
That was last week.
But in this fantasy matchup for the 2 teams, Rizzler has Justin Herbert has his QB1, and Bryson has Ryan Tannehill. Yeah, this week Tannehill is going up against Cleveland, right? Mm-hmm. And Herbert is going up against Minnesota.
Cousins.
Yeah. Listen, at the end of the day, there's like a handful of quarterbacks I could think of. Dak Prescott, Justin Herbert, back in the day, who else? Baltimore. Who's that? Baltimore. I can't think of his name right now. Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Those quarterbacks, win or lose, they'll get you some fantasy points. It doesn't matter if their team wins or lose, but they'll get you some points.
Right. So, and then if we look at the running back matchup here, Rizzler brings Derrick Henry and Joshua Kelly, who's running back number one out in LA right now, with Eckler still being out, versus Joe Mixon and Vegas's own Amir Abdullah. I don't know why Bryson's starting Amir Abdullah. I don't know. Did you hear about Jacobs' injury? Was Jacobs dinged up last week? I'm not sure. We're going to have to go and check that on Jacobs' status for the game. But Bryson, the league leader right now, has Amir Abdullah as his running back number one, along with Joe Mixon. So we'll see how that stacks up. In the wide receiver room, we've got Keenan Allen and Nico Collins by the Rizzlers of Oz versus Tyreek Hill and Terry McLaurin on Bryson's team. And hey, any fantasy team with Tyreek Hill is in my mind always going to be the favorite. Although Keenan Allen did have a big fantasy output last week, so we'll see. Evan Ingram versus T.J. Hawkinson at the tight end position, and then in the flex, you've got Bryson bringing Michael Pittman versus Adams Samaje Perine, who is obviously going to get stuffed out since he faces the mighty Miami Dolphin defense in Miami this weekend. So, again, advantage Bryson when it comes here. I don't know who you guys got here at Bryson versus Adam. Top of the hill versus Rizzler of Oz.
I like the quarterback. Can you scroll down a little bit, please?
Sure.
I like the quarterback. I like the receivers, definitely. Yeah, and I think the only advantage, I like, of course, and on the other team, I definitely love Hill, and I definitely love the Dallas defense. I think that's gonna be
right. Yeah,
so
that should be. But Saints,
the key matchups.
Saints ain't no slouch when it comes to the defense putting up points. So,
yeah, but who are they playing?
The Saints have Green Bay.
Yeah.
And the Cowboys have Arizona. Yeah. Cowboys definitely have the advantage there.
And man, I tell you what, Jordan Love is coming into his own, man. At the end of the day, I'm happy for Jordan Love. I think he got a raw deal when he got drafted to Green Bay because he had to sit behind Aaron Rodgers. But you know what, Green Bay, I think that's one of the reasons why Green Bay wanted to expect that. You know what? They saw how good he was. They were like, you know what, Aaron Rodgers, take your old ass to New York or whatever the fuck you want to go, man.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here.
It was really like deja vu, right? Because when Aaron Rodgers got drafted there, it was Brett Favre sitting in the spot, and so he had to wait his turn as well. So,
hey, don't worry. 15 years from now, Jordan Love will be traded to the Jets. I'm calling it now.
and then break his ankle in the first play.
Right. That's wow.
Yeah, crazy.
Look, 2038, he'll be a Jet, right?
Yeah,
that's right. And hopefully the Finns will have a Super Bowl by then, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, hey, matchup number 3, we got Ali P like G versus Team Greg, and right now they both already have points on the board. If you're seeing the screen here, Ali already benefited from a big major fantasy output from Christian McCaffrey here with 31 points. He had a huge game on Thursday night. Had multiple touchdowns and 85 yards rushing. He also put up a lot of receiving yards, so 31 points from McCaffrey. And Greg, not too shabbily, enjoyed 18 points from Jake Moody, the San Francisco kicker. That is, that's a sizable contribution from your kicker. Absolutely. So I wouldn't say Greg is out of it. In fact, if you look at the odds here, ESPN picks Greg to win this week 61-39. 61% to 39%. And you can look right there at the QB position as to why. Right now, Greg's bringing in Jared Goff at QB1, and Ali, as it stands, has Sam Darnold as his QB1. But again, remember, Ali is the one who pulled off that trade for Gardner Minshew, and that trade will be executed by 9 a.m. tomorrow. So he'll still have time to slide in Minshew into that QB1 spot. Hey, take notes, Crypto. You need a QB1.
Hey, listen, all I know is Crypto dodged the bullet by not taking freaking the
Wilson.
Jets quarterback. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, I
He would have given
did.
you negative points to keep it real.
Yep.
Yeah, but hey, but yeah, crypto. No, but if you get a quarterback, your team is going to be something else, man. But anyway, let's
Yep.
take a look at the matchup here. Team Greg brings Brian Robinson and Devon A-Chain, who's now healthy again, versus McCaffrey and Salvin Ahmed on Ali's team. And again, it doesn't look like Ahmed's going to play, as he has a doubtful status at this stage. Could change before tomorrow, but we'll see. At the wide receiver position, you got Ali bringing DK Metcalf and the up and coming Tutu Atwell, who's become fantasy relevant over the last couple of weeks, versus DJ Moore and an even more surprising fantasy relevant player. In fact, one of the leading wide receivers in fantasy football right now, Puka Nakua,
Cool.
who also is questionable with an oblique injury. But I'm pretty sure Puka, with the way he started, he's smelling the money, and he's going to want to continue to play if there's any way possible. So the matchup at wide receiver looks pretty even, if you ask me. At the tight end position, you got Cole Kmet, Ali's favorite, versus Pat Fryermuth. Greg bringing him to the table. At the flex, Ali's doing something surprising here. He's doubling up by putting in Gerald Everett at his flex, a tight end at the flex, whereas Greg puts in the surprisingly productive wide receiver 3 from Houston, Tank Dell, who's already scored a couple touchdowns this season. And then as far as the defensive players goes, you've got the tackling machine for Yasadi Olakun and Logan Wilson going up against Greg's Jermaine Pratt and Cameron Curl. Man, Pratt and Olakun are like mirror images of one another, the main tacklers for their teams. And then, we'll see how those points shake out. Chiefs defense versus the Lions. And then let's take a look at the bench to see what's going on. Okay. Ali had Brandon Ayuk as one of his top wide receivers, but he was out, so he didn't play. And then he's got the Jets defense on the bench against the Patriots. It's an interesting choice. And then there's Trent Sherfield, who he's traded away prohibitively for Gardner Minshew. We'll see if that trade gets executed before tomorrow at 9 a.m. On Greg's side, you got Justin Fields on the bench, who's been somewhat of a disappointment through the first 2 weeks. He picked up Tank Bigsby, who may be an interesting play this week against Houston, but he has him on the bench. River Craycraft. If Jalen Waddle doesn't play, do you think Craycraft becomes a fantasy relevant player to slot in? I don't know, but Greg has him on the bench, so I don't know. With if Ali gets the quarterback, I think this matchup becomes a lot more even. Although right now Greg has the 6-4 advantage, so we'll see. Any last minute thoughts on this one, fellas?
Who's Jared Goff's Jared Goff's defense playing against?
Atlanta.
Okay, and then
Atlanta.
obviously, because who's his? I think Anthony Richardson is his backup, right? No. Who's his backup? You know?
Who golf?
Minshew, I think.
No. I'm talking about Greg's.
Greg, does Greg have a backup quarterback? Justin Fields.
Yeah, Justin Fields. Let me see. Yeah, I would definitely go because Atlanta's defense is suspect. So I think he will give you a lot more points. And Sam Darnold is his starting quarterback. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
No wonder Greg is slated to win this game. Holy crap.
Yeah, that's why Greg has the advantage. But again, Ali's going to get Minshew. Ali's going to get Minshew versus
I got you.
Versus who the Colts play this week?
Well, and pretty much their
Colts,
defense are going against each other, right? Yeah, their defenses are going against each other.
Colts play Baltimore.
yeah, Colts play Baltimore in
Baltimore.
Yeah,
Baltimore. So that might be a
yeah,
little
yeah.
tough matchup for Minshew, you know. So
But what is going to give Ali the advantage is I think that Patrick Mahomes is going to shred the Lions defense, so that
Lions,
probably might get him. So
The Bears defense.
no, because
Patrick Mahomes played the
Chiefs.
Bears.
No, Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I think they
No, they're
played.
playing. No, they're playing the
Chiefs
Lions.
play the Bears.
Chiefs play the Bears. Okay, yeah, my
Yeah,
bad.
mm-hmm.
I forgot who,
All
who who are the Lions playing. Oh yeah, the Falcons. Never mind.
Lions playing the Falcons.
Yeah.
right. Well, hey, we'll see what happens. You know, you got to settle it on the field, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Matchup number 4, we got Flip Side Fishing. And I know Flip is out there, PCU, bro, versus Guardians of the End Zone with my guy Arthur Ray. And yeah, if we're looking at the matchup, you got an angry Deshaun Watson. Man, I don't know if this guy is mentally all the way back. Physically, he surely is, but he showed some signs in Monday night's game that I'm kind of worried about Deshaun. But anyway, it's Deshaun Watson versus the quarterback we love to hate over here in Finn's land, Josh Allen. So I guess we love to hate both of these quarterbacks. But I don't know. I'd have to go with Josh Allen here on Guardians of the End Zone squad. As far as the running backs go, we got Miles Sanders and Kyron Williams, who's been elevated to running back number 1 over on the Rams, versus Bijan Robinson and a disappointing Khalil Herbert, who was kind of one of my sleepers coming into the fantasy season, and he hasn't really produced. So, again, I'd give the advantage here to Guardians of the End Zone. Wide receiver matchup, Guardians brings Amon St. Brown, who is questionable but is in line for some major production if he's on the field against the Chiefs, along with Marquise Brown, so the Brown brothers, versus Godwin and Zay Flowers. Ooh, this is an intriguing wide receiver matchup from both sides. I don't know if I can pick a winner at this point because I think Zay Flowers is going to get that work this week. Going to get that work at home in Baltimore.
Baltimore is riddled with injuries up and down the lineup. So, you'd be looking towards a couple of their lesser utilized receivers too, possibly,
Yep. And then Godwin is, he's as steady comes from the wide receiver position, fantasy wise, As far as the tight end and the flex, you've got flip side bringing Kyle Pitts, still waiting on Kyle Pitts, paging Kyle Pitts. Where's your production, sir? He only plays good against the Dolphins, I guess. Versus Juwan Johnson from New Orleans. So I don't know. Maybe I'd still give Pitts the advantage there for flip. And then in the flex, he's got Josh Reynolds, who also brings the questionable tag in for Detroit, versus Alexander Madison, the beleagued running back 1 in Minnesota, with Cam Akers coming in. So this is probably Alexander Madison's last chance to impress before the Minnesota gives the reins over to Cam Akers. So we'll see what happens there. Defensive players. Flip brings Bobby Wagner and Fred Warner, who put up a disappointing 5 points for probably the premier middle linebacker in the league. Didn't have much fantasy relevance in that matchup versus the Giants. Versus Bobby Okereke from the Giants, who more than doubled his production, and put up 10.5 fantasy points. Then you got Max Crosby versus Bobby Wagner, who can even things back up. Raiders versus Seahawks. And then let's take a quick look at the bench, fellas. Are there any solutions on the bench for either team? Kendre Miller on Flip's team may be a sneaky pick to put in there. He's also got Kareem Hunt just signed as a replacement for.
He's just going back home.
Yeah. And then on the other side, we got Raheed Shaheed, who's been the number 1 receiver out of New Orleans. So we'll see what happens here in matchup number 4, Flip Side versus Guardians. Any last minute comments before we move on this matchup?
No, not really.
All right, let's keep it moving then. Ball so hard, Brian Mitchell's team versus I Could See the Light. Brian Mitchell's Ball So Hard team brings a surprising 2-0 record. He's been balling very hard, might say. Well done, Brian Mitchell. Versus another undefeated team, I Could See the Light, Lewis Orders team. So Lewis backing up the big talk with production on the fantasy football field. And here's the quarterback matchup, Lamar Jackson versus Baker Mayfield. I give Lamar the advantage every time. He's probably one of the most dynamic fantasy relevant quarterbacks. But Baker has been holding his own and producing over in Tampa Bay. As far as the running backs go, we've got Kenneth Walker and DeAndre Swift versus I Could See the Lights, Javonte Williams and Rashawn Johnson. Maybe who's going to take Khalil Herbert's position in Chicago. But I think the advantage in the running back room still goes to Ball So Hard. As far as the wide receivers go, you've got Jordan Addison, the surprising rookie productive receiver out in Minnesota, and Alan Lazard, Mr. Invisible for the New York Jets, versus Mr. Magnetism himself, Garrett Wilson, willing Zach Wilson into at least minimal production. Garrett Wilson, and then Jalen Waddle, whose questionable status we all are very concerned with as Doll fans. I would give the advantage here that I Could See the Light, but we need to find out what's happening with Waddle before tomorrow's game.
On top of the fact, Kahari, that they are calling for rain on and off throughout the game, so it's not like when for me with the wide, it doesn't. I don't think that precludes Miami from getting production in the passing game per se, but it's really going to come down to you're going to have to make in daily fantasy. In this case, it's going to have to come down to choosing Tyreek or Waddle. I doubt with the rain, with the expectation of rain, that both are going to get high production.
Absolutely.
So if there's a question about whether Waddle is ready to play or not, there's Mike McDaniel that likes to be a little cautious as well. Couple that with the rain. I made myself. As a matter of fact, I was just constructing a DFS lineup while we were all, while you guys were talking, and I was going to take both, and then I just ended up fading Waddle. Just because of the big, huge question mark, not just from the injury, but with the weather going to expect it to be the way it is too. On that token, I faded Waddle for Raheem Mostert. So, you know what I mean? That's kind of what I'm expecting this week. That doesn't mean we're not going to be able to put up passing production. It's just not going to be everybody eating when it's raining.
And do you have money? You have money on this DFS lineup, I would imagine.
Well, it's a free one. It's one of the, I forget who's sponsoring it. There's like 4 or 5 free sponsored ones too.
Oh, okay.
No hope tournaments, you know what I mean? But I like to play around with them and put some obscure lineups in them, you know what I mean?
I was really going to say, that legitimizes the nickname, Raheem the Dream. Let's go, baby.
Yeah.
Get you that money. But yeah.
Who is, by the way, averaging just about 20 points per fantasy points per week. That is your upper echelon, people. You know what I mean? When you talk about averages in fantasy, I know it's only a 2-game sample size, but that's where your bigger players sit every week in fantasy. That's where the chalk players are at,
So far, so good. Raheem has been a stud. No argument there, and happy to see it as a Doll fan, you know what I mean? But yeah, to finish up this comparison here, we got Dalton Schultz versus Taysom Hill. And hey, Taysom Hill may have his best game of the year this week with basically no running backs left in New Orleans. Taysom Hill's usage is going to definitely be on the upswing in this Week 3 matchup. In the flex, you got Chuba Hubbard versus Trey Sermon. That's a wash of nothingness. Then defense, we got Micah Parsons and Dre Greenlaw, who put up 5.5 already versus Jawan Bentley and Cody Barton. Falcons versus Eagles defense. And then we've got the awesome one, the Hall of Fame bound Justin Tucker versus A newcomer out of Dallas, Brandon Aubrey. Quick look at the bench. You got Njoku on I See the Lights team. Alex Highsmith, the big linebacker out of Pittsburgh. They may be considerations. Oh, Eric Ezukama. This might be the week for more of Eric Ezukama in that Finns lineup. On the other side, we got Andy Dalton on the bench, who is going to be the starter in Carolina with Bryce Young going down. Anybody else? Derek Carr, he's got on the bench. So, hey, Crypto, this might be a team you can do business with. He's got 2 starting quarterbacks on his bench, Derek Carr and Andy Dalton. So, yeah, you need to be hollering out Brian Mitchell, man. Making a trade deal with Brian Mitchell because he's got 3 quarterbacks on his team, Lamar, Derek Carr, and Dalton. Yeah, so all right. So let's.
How do I initiate it? Go to players, initiate trade.
Well, yeah, go to his team, ball so hard, and then click on the player that you want to trade for. And then when you do that, one of the options will be initiate a trade, and then just follow it through from that point.
Okay.
All right. All right. So here we have matchup number 6. I think this is, I don't know if it was 5 or 6. I don't know. I lost count. But it is Roach's Jags Junkies. And you all might remember Roach from Stephen D's show last year. He's now a Jags fan. And he is.
Don't worry, Roach. We can fix this.
Yeah, Roach has been very active trying to pull off some trades. I don't know if he's been successful or not. No, he hasn't. But Roach might be somebody to look to trade. And then we have a Team Stream hosted by Josh Stream DJ Israel Tafari, one of the best DJs in Miami-Dade County when it comes to the roots reggae and all of that. World famous. But anyway, let's take a look at the fantasy football matchup. Josh Stream brings Tua Tagovailoa versus Daniel Jones, who put up his probably league best 2.2 points. Nah, I'm just kidding, guys. But yeah, that's an awfully putrid 2.2 from Daniel Jones. So definitely Tua is going to obliterate this matchup. When it comes to the running backs, Team Stream had Saquon Barkley in his starting lineup, even though he was out with the high ankle injury. So A.J. Dillon's going to take that. Raheem Mostert. So this guy brings Dillon and Mostert. Roach brings Dillon and Mostert versus Barkley and Zamir White. Roach's team, big, huge, definitive advantage. As far as the wide receiver room, Roach brings Ridley and T. Higgins versus Streams, Dotson, and Smith-Schuster. Advantage Roach again. As far as the tight end room goes, we got Darren Waller versus Hayden Hurst. I would have given Waller the advantage had they not even played, but New York Giants Waller's already played and produced a paltry 5 points. So maybe Hayden Hurst will win this matchup after all. In the flex, we got Curtis Samuel versus Kendrick Bourne. Curtis Samuel, I'd give the advantage. So, yeah, in my opinion, looking at the defensive players here, Bolton and Mosley, Nick Bolton is out, so Roach may want to make a adjustment there versus Franklin and Burns. Bucks versus 49ers. To me, as it stands, it looks like Roach is going to have the advantage, and ESPN does pick Roach as the favorite, 54 to 46%. So
don't worry, Tofari, we can fix this, man.
You heard that? You heard that? Let's fix it, man. And then in the bench, are there any solutions on the bench?
Done.
I don't see any solutions on the bench. I am intrigued on Sean Tucker, though. Sean Tucker in Tampa. Eventually, I want to see that guy get a shot. So we'll see. I don't see any solutions on the Streams bench either. So, yeah, I'm sticking with my prediction of Roach taking this matchup.
Oh, man.
Any last comments on it? Any last comments on this one, guys?
Oh, man. I like whoever has Tua. Hopefully he gets some points.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to make up when your quarterback's already laid down his cards for the week, and it ain't nothing. You know what I mean? It's hard to overcome that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, Team Stream, you still got a shot. Trust in Tua, as I know you'd advise all of us.
Stream's got Tua?
Yeah, Stream's got Tua.
I thought Stream had Daniel. Oh,
no, Roach has. Roach
Don't worry,
has Roach.
Stream. We got
Yeah.
this. We got this,
Yeah,
Stream.
Yeah,
and he
Roach
is in
is
the
going
lead.
down in flames.
You think so? Okay, now we'll see.
Tua is going to put up 4,000 yards this week.
Have you
In the
been
ring.
consulting with True
All
Talk?
right, here
You
we
been
go with
consulting
matchup
with
number
True Talk?
7.
I have heard him this week. Yes, maybe it was a little influence there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right, here we have matchup number 7. Jay Kirshner's in it to win it versus Chip Fresh, Red Ants Nation. And again, Chip Fresh, another one of those Miami DJs who's in here trying to win the damn thing. And hey, ESPN predicts a close matchup here. 53% advantage for Jay Kirshner versus 47% underdog in Chip Fresh. Let's see why ESPN considers this so close. At the quarterback position, you have Jay bringing Geno Smith versus Chip bringing Jalen Hurts. It's Geno Smith versus Jalen Hurts. Now, Geno is going up against Carolina, who is without Bryce Young. And then Philly is going up against a Tampa Bay squad at Tampa Bay. And Tampa Bay has been surprisingly competitive.
They've been playing with a lot of heart. I told you, I called that one, man. If you got it now, obviously I was a little hyperbolic in the first week, but the reason I was hyperbolic is because for this very reason, when I want to claim that I was all over Tampa Bay before anybody in the off season or to start the year, my hyperbole can now, because of the hyperbole, it can be easily checked. And if you all go check out Miss Finn's League Wide Wednesday heading into week 1. It's a show I do with her on Wednesdays that she does, and we talk about we make league wide pick'ems and talk about what we think about all the other games throughout the league. Check it out Wednesday nights at 8:00. By the way, that's where you can catch me. And if you go back to week 1, her show from week 1, leading into week 1, you will hear me clearly predict that the Buccaneers were going to put down a 50 burger. Now, I was obviously wrong, okay? But if you listen to the reasons why I thought that, even though I didn't really think it was hyperbole, but if you listen to the reasons that I had stated, you will see that that's all playing out right now. And Tampa Bay, Baker Mayfield himself in particular, is playing with a lot of heart.
Yes, he
is. A lot of bravado. He's got a lot to prove at this point in his career. And so whether he is able to prove that in the long term this year, we'll see. But so far, so good. So there you go.
He has resisted the relegation to QB2 status. He's fighting to remain viable as a QB1 somewhere in the NFL, even if it's not going to be
crypto. I'm sure crypto is reeling over that right now, aren't you, crypto?
Yeah.
as you're still counting on Kyle Trask to produce some fantasy.
Yes.
But anyway, hey, here we go.
Yep.
Still in this matchup. When we look at the running back room, we got Tony Pollard and Josh Jacobs. Nice combo versus Ramondre Stevenson and Dalvin Cook, both who've underwhelmed thus far. Advantage J there. As far as the wide receiver matchup, we got DeAndre Hopkins, who's a little bit injured over there in Tennessee, but probably will play along with Michael Thomas. So if this was real NFL, he's probably got 2 of the top possession receivers in the NFL, but we don't know what their fantasy output's going to be. Versus Deebo Samuel and Tyler Lockett. And Deebo has already put up a gem, scoring 25.5 points in that Thursday night matchup for the Red Ants. So they're off to a good start. If we look at the tight end matchup, Jay brings George Kittle, who put up a solid 16 points, versus Okonkwo in Tennessee, who may pick up some of the slack that injured DeAndre Hopkins might give Ryan Tannehill in their matchup against Cleveland on Sunday. In the flex, Zach Moss, who came back triumphantly from a broken hand and had a solid game for Indianapolis last week, versus Atlanta's backup running back Tyler Algier, who's never a bad play given Atlanta's run-focused.
Yeah, he could burst at any time, any game, man. That guy's all right.
He looks like a horse out there. He runs hard every play, and he brings size and speed to the game. So, as far as the defensive player matchups go, you got Tremaine Edmonds and Myles Garrett versus Matt Milano and Jordan Brooks. Jaguars versus Packers. And then Jason Sanders, maybe not the favorite Miami Dolphin this week.
Right now, nope.
Yeah, versus Greg Joseph.
Okay.
I don't know. I agree with you.
Is there any reason why he's being soured on? What's the reason?
Well, some fans aren't confident when he goes out there to kick from any distance.
Well, and that's fair with fair reason, but at the same time, people have to be reminded that he is the most accurate kicker in Dolphins history.
Dolphins history. That's
Look
right.
it up.
Yeah, he may be right now, but he's hanging on by a thread. A couple of more misses and be pussies on it.
I mean, I will grant you that, Crypto. The trend is down right now, obviously, but that doesn't mean the trend can't go back up.
That's right.
There's a reason he laid down that percentage. You know what I mean?
He's like that guy. He's like that guy that's hanging on the cliff by his fingertips.
Right. And to be honest with you, I think the last few incidents, and it's really a shame because I really think the last two incidents are a matter of pure luck. And the thing of it is, you can't excuse him for that because bad luck is bad luck, and if you have it, you damage your team's chances to win. So what are you going to do, right? It's a shame, but let's hope his luck turns around. He is a good kicker. I really, truly believe he's a good kicker. You know what I mean? And it's just you're talking about perfect storm after perfect storm, year over year for the last couple seasons of just reasons, not excuses, just whatever. And it's like, okay, let's get it going. He's going to kick the game-winning field goal in the Super Bowl this year, and we all know it. So let's just relax, let him do his thing.
Absolutely. And then we have match number 8 with our very own Team Crypto. Where's the applause for she?
Right. Yeah.
With his 0-2 record versus our very own Miss Finns with her My Skills Get Sexy team.
Well, Miss Finns is going down in flames.
Miss Finns, see, you got to understand something about Miss Finns. Miss Finns is very, very systematic when she runs her fantasy. She does a bunch of them. She has a certain way, and some could argue that the way she does things doesn't really suit a 20-team league, but she is consistently doing what she's like. She's like Bill Belichick of y'all's fantasy league, okay? And she is going to absolutely roll Crypto this week. I'm sorry to tell you, Crypto, we can't fix this week, bro. You gotta get a quarterback, dude.
Well, ESPN picks Miss Finns at 64. She got a 64% chance to win versus Crypto's 36. And I think that just exposes
only a 64%. That's bad luck for her.
Wow, only 64%.
Yeah, only 64%.
Whoa.
She brings Kirk Cousins versus.
You realize, Crypto, on both ends, these percentages are usually underinflated, right? Deflated.
It could be underinflated or overinflated, but
like you're probably about to get rolled, bro. I'm just
that's overinflated.
And the Kirk Cousins versus Kyle Trask comparison isn't the only reason why that's going to be true, Crypto. Because look at Miss Finns here. Well, we're going to get to it in a second, but look at the running back room. She brings Najee Harris and Pacheco versus Crypto.
He's going to get about 2 yards from scrimmage. Go ahead.
Versus Breece Hall and James Cook. So I do give Crypto the advantage in the running back room.
Okay, okay. I'll go there. I'll go with that. Okay.
Now, the wide receiver room would have been in the preseason evenly matched. Miss Finns brings Jamar Chase and Mike Williams versus Crypto's Devontae Adams and CeeDee Lamb. But Miss Finns, Jamar Chase hasn't been doing much, and neither has Mike Williams.
Right. Well, Mike Williams was 27th in production last year, so
I got 2 top 10 receivers.
Exactly. So Crypto definitely has the advantage in the wide receiver room.
Okay.
And in the running back room.
My skill position is good except the quarterback.
Okay.
And Crypto might win the tight end comp too, because he brings Tyler Higbee, the proven grizzled veteran, versus an unknown in Jake Ferguson on Dallas. But here's where Miss Finns is going to win. She had the foresight because Monday night when Chubb went down, the first thing I did was check for Jerome Ford. Who the hell would pick Jerome Ford Before Chubb got hurt. And
For
sure
Chubb
enough, it was Miss Fins who had Jerome Ford already there.
as a
And
flex.
and so she's got Jerome Ford in the flex this week. That shows the foresight that Color
But
was talking about a little while ago, that she brings, that systematic foresight that she brings
but
to
how
planning.
she's going to overcome Adam Thielen's 5 touchdown receptions?
Well, there you go.
There
Hey,
you go.
you got to change your name to Team Optimism, Crypto. Team
Wow.
And then in the defensive player matchup, we got Jody Jewell and Rashawn Jenkins versus Levante David and Joey Bosa. Steelers versus Bills. And
I like the Steelers because they're going against the Vegas Raiders.
Yeah,
Buffalo
right. The
is going
Steelers will
against,
probably win that
their
matchup. Yeah.
offense. Washington's offense have been putting up points. So
Right. So yeah, the Steelers.
I don't know, but Josh McDaniels is gonna get it right with Garoppolo and Devontae Adams at some point in Josh Jacobs this season. I mean,
I don't think it's
know.
going to be next week.
You don't
Right.
think? All right.
No, but I'm just being honest. I mean,
The Bills defense against who they play? The Commanders?
They're the Commandos.
Yeah, okay. The Commandos. And the Steelers, who they playing?
They're playing the Raiders.
Raiders, okay. Whew, man.
But
I think Minka is out for the Steelers.
But I do agree with you though, Color. I think the thing about it is that's the thing about the Belichick system.
Mm-hmm.
They start off slow in September. They're more geared for the end of the season.
Right. And let's face it, Josh McDaniels is one of the OCs they had there that was one of their top end OCs. I'd argue he's the best one they had. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Beef with Tom Brady aside, for sure. He was one of the most successful. All right, just 2 more matchups to go, guys. And now we're looking at El Cap. El Cap, that's right. Capitan's team versus Lost Canadian Fins. Both bring a 1-1 record. Both bring a 1-1 record to the table. And yeah, ESPN has it almost 50-50. 52%
versus Chris, bro,
Capitan.
right here.
Yep. Who's the real Chris? You know what I'm saying?
Who's the real Chris? Will the real Chris please stand up? The Canadian Chris or the American Chris?
No Charlie Chris involved.
I like the quarterback right off the bat. I mean, you got Dak Prescott, win or lose. Like I say, he's going to get you some points. And I think Joe Burrow is going to turn. This is his turning point, in my opinion.
Yeah, you're right. That's the same thing with the we just said about McDaniels. You know what I mean? Like at some point, Burrow is going to get it right and have a bowl. You know,
that calf injury is lingering, so we'll see. But yeah, I agree. I mean, a guy of his stature has got to turn it on at some point. And if we look at the running back comparison, we got Jahmyr Gibbs and James Conner versus Pierce and again Ty Spears, who may be a sneaky good play if Derrick Henry's injury is a little bit worse than anticipated. Wide receiver matchup: El Cap brings Drake London and Tyler Boyd. He really rolled the dice on London, and so we'll see if that'll come true.
He is a high output guy if he has a game, though. You know what I mean?
But the Canadian
Drake London's a lot like a Rashad Bateman type. You know what I mean? Like or a Calvin Ridley, where like all of a sudden, boom, they're just big game.
But look who the Canadian Chris brings. He got the irrepressible Justin Jefferson and Devonta Smith. So you got to give the wide receiver room to Canadian Chris.
Oh yeah. And he's going against the defense that gave Tyreek 200-something yards.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Then at the tight end position, you got Irv Smith versus Sam Laporta. Sam Laporta's become a major cog in that Detroit attack. He's producing higher than Hawkinson had when Hawkinson was there. So, and then in the flex, you got Woods versus Tony Jones, who may be a sneaky good player in New Orleans with all their running backs out. So yeah, really close matchup here. I don't know which Chris you got. ESPN really can't decide, although they give El Cap a 2% advantage. Yeah,
right. Well, we'll see Moss. We'll see Moss, man. It looks like you got a good team. But
one thing we know for sure, Chris will win.
right. Chris is definitely going to win this game.
Yes. And Chris will definitely lose too. So
Come on, come on, El Capitan. You gotta do it for the USA. USA.
there
No,
it is.
shout out to Moss, who is with us in
Yeah.
chat right now.
Yeah.
He's known as across the pond right now, Sports Talk. And
Yeah,
he's been with TFTG for a long time. He's an OG,
Yeah.
man. Appreciate
yeah,
you
no
always,
doubt.
Moss. I ain't forgot about you. I see
Hey,
you
I ain't
every
forgot
show.
about him either, man. He sacrificed his team to me first week, so well done.
And also, El Capitan is an OG of the Fins Tailgate as well.
Yeah. It tends to be sometimes.
I think I heard a little something about him. Somebody told me. And then, hey, in the final matchup of Week 3 Fantasy Football League, we've got another close one, 52% to 48%. McGritty's 1-1 record versus Newfoundland's 1-1. And so another toss-up matchup here. Trevor Lawrence versus Kenny Pickett. I got to give the advantage to McGritty's there, Lawrence versus Pickett. Running back room, McGritty brings Zeke Elliott and Gus Edwards, who's the new and unchallenged RB1 in Baltimore.
due to like 500 injuries on their lineup.
Exactly. Versus a bunch of backups Chris is Newfoundland's putting out there in Elijah Dotson and Latavius Murray. As far as the wide receiver matchup goes, it gets a lot more interesting here.
Wait. Who's Newfoundland got on a bench? Because I don't foresee him rolling with Latavius Murray if he had to.
Well, he's got Edward Solaire, Cam Akers, who just got traded to Minnesota.
Yeah, he'll likely make a move right there before game time.
Yeah, we don't know how much Akers is going to play, though. I don't know,
Right.
When that trade got executed, when he got in town, that kind of thing.
But when was the last time Latavius Murray got a carry? Am I missing something?
Well, he scored. He scored a touchdown last week.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah, but it looks like Buffalo is only using him in short yardage, goal line situations.
Oh, he's with Buffalo. Oh,
yeah,
he'll go to sleep.
Exactly. So,
As soon as Josh Allen starts having one of those giddy type games, bro, where he's giggling while he's running the ball, Latavius Murray will forget about him.
Now, McGritty does have a slight advantage in the wide receiver room with Stephon Diggs and Christian Kirk versus Newfoundland's Olave and Davis, who we spoke about earlier.
Gabe Davis, right?
Yeah. But in the tight end room, I think Newfoundland has the advantage there with Mark Andrews, a healthy Mark Andrews, versus another dud Buffalo tight end, Dalton Kincaid. In the flex, Sky Moore may be the beneficiary of some increased looks with Kadarius Toney being injured this week in the KC attack versus Nelson Aguilar, who was surprisingly productive last.
Who's he playing? Who they play? Who's he with now?
Aguilar's with Baltimore. He did score a touchdown last week.
Oh, no kidding.
Well. Yeah.
That's a good little piece for Lamar. Also, that's what I was saying earlier. He's Newfoundland's got Edwards-Helaire on the bench, right? He's likely to put him in. I mean, KC gives him pretty good usage.
That's right. And hey, if we look at the benches, Crypto, this may be interesting to you. McGritty's is another team you need to talk to because he's starting Trevor Lawrence while he has on his bench Russell Wilson and Jordan Love. So he's got to be willing to deal at least one of those guys.
I got to go with Jordan Love now.
He might need, he might take a good running back.
I've been a good fan. I can give him a running back.
But you are pretty deep on running back.
Yeah, but I think Jerry Jeudy, man. I think you deal Jerry Jeudy. You got him on your bench this week. Crypto, and
I did.
Judy.
I put him out there. I put him on the bench. I swapped him in for not Thielen. It was another one. I think was it Thielen I put in instead? No.
Probably, knowing you.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what it was.
Anyway, guys, that is our review of the coming week 3. I guess we can open up the phone lines at this point. I'm not going to be able to stick around too long.
All right, cool.
But if anybody wants to chime in, now's the time, ladies and gentlemen. If you got a fantasy football question, comment, anything on the matchups, please come on in. Let's keep it
Yeah.
civil.
And color is really low energy today because tomorrow is game day, and I'm just really low energy today.
Saving it all for the wild ride.
Hey, by the way, real quickly, I finally got the totals. All right, week 1, me and I, the Pick'ems Insomnia. Right, week 1, crypto went 8-7. I went 9-6. Week 2, crypto went 9-13. I went 12-3. No, sorry. No, sorry. He went 9-6. Yeah, no, sorry. He went 9-6. I'm adding up the totals. Never mind. Forget about that. Crypto went 9-6. I went 12-3. So right now, crypto is sitting at 17-13. I'm 21-9. So right now, I have a 4-game lead ahead of crypto. But
and me and Miss Fins are a little closer. Like we're neck and neck. I think we might be even now, or she might be a game ahead.
And hey, don't forget about crypto's new pickup league that's open to the public. You guys can join that. I don't know if we shared the link or
I'm
not.
gonna be doing that in a minute. I'm gonna do that in a minute.
Okay, cool. So
Crypto
guys,
going with the 15-game pick'em league this year.
now, crypto, there's no prize or anything associated with that, is it?
It's
just for fun.
You're right.
Other than a big old shout out by crypto, because if you earn crypto's respect by beating him in a pick'em league, he'll he won't yell at you.
Right.
That's a prize.
You get get decibel level 2 instead of decibel level 3.
Right. DEFCON 2. Hey, crypto, take it down to DEFCON 2.
I could picture now crypto like yelling. He goes, "Hey, I'm the winner." Okay, hold on. I forgot to tone it down.
No doubt, man. But yeah, guys. Hey, I am out of town for a special event, so I hate to do this to you guys, but I got to get out of here. My wife's sitting here staring at me. She's ready to go. And
that's okay. That's okay. We'll answer questions. Talk DFS. If you guys got DFS questions, come up and chop it up. I'm ready to chop it up. Gets my juices flowing, so it helps me like make decisions too. You know what I mean?
And by the way, KP, I want to tease this out, man. Come 11/11. Remember, the Canes and FSU game will be streamed here. We'll be doing a live reaction party for that game.
Oh, so, I will be there.
And I lose all the time, by the way, in DFS. But if it's not that I lose. It's that like I only been playing these free tournaments, which are like hundreds of thousands of contestants. You know what I mean? So. It's almost
quite a large number.
It's almost impossible to win one of those. But if like we chopped it up and it's like, hey, I built a lineup and everybody in the audience and in the panel helped me, and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna turn that money around into the Finn's tailgate for a prize or something, sure. Because if some of those are like one of them top prize is like $1,000.
Yes,
I could easily throw a jersey out to the crowd for helping me win that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. All right, fellas. Well, I'm taking off, man. Peace to everyone out there. Let's have a good, fun time this weekend, guys. Let's keep it civil. I know it's been a contentious week on the fantasy football fans networks, but it's also been quite entertaining. So let's keep it entertaining and
nobody wants to trade with Roach for some reason.
And Roach has been coming up with some crazy trades.
Listen, when Roach is acting like Ursay, of course nobody wants to trade him.
Exactly. All right, fellas, take care, man. I'm out.
All right, Kari. Take it easy.
All right, Kari. We'll see you tonight, man. We got the club, Ali's club tonight. So
now it'll be hosted by yours truly. Ali had a family a late minute family event to attend.
Oh, okay.
But so I told him I would cover it at the very least. But of course, I would certainly enjoy help by anybody that's willing to help from the team.
That's cool.
because
I
I got
got your back.
I'll be in the club.
well,
I got your
also
back, color.
right on,
Be in the
man.
bouncer. I
And
can't be a
also,
bouncer, but I'll be in the club.
well, also, I'm riding down. I'm riding down to the game with Ali in the morning. So I gotta be at the Publix so that he's picking me up at 7:30 sharp. So.
Oh,
By
okay.
the way, real quick, I'm dropping the link to the. I just dropped the link to the Pick'em League. So there it
So
is.
I'm gonna come in, definitely at least start the show, hype it all up, get the hype train going, because that's what it's all about. Club XL, just hyping
Yeah.
it up. There will
I
be
gotta get up early in the morning too to mow
there
the lawn.
right there will be there will be no talk of trap games. Just so you all know, we
Yes,
will
please.
not be taking a part in that. Thank you very much. But
Is it a snare trap or a bear trap?
I don't know. It's a horse trap apparently.
Yeah. Fly trap.
It's a fly trap. Okay. A Venus fly trap or what's it called?
We're gonna get bucked by the Bronco. We're gonna get the Bronco buck.
Oh yeah.
Them Venus fly traps. Them some smart traps, man.
Yeah, they are.
I mean, I understand that people think, well, it's gonna really suck for them to go 0-3, but it is what it is, man. You know, there ain't nobody special,
Yeah, they're not gonna be the first nor the last team to
right?
go 0-3.
Browns went 0-16, so you know, there you go.
Yep.
Every team
The
they played was
Lions,
every team they played that year was worried about a trap.
they pretty much was. Oh, wait, through. Hell, we was considered a trap when we went 1-16.
hmm
That Baltimore Ravens, I guess that was
Oh,
a trap for
that
them.
was a trap. That was a trap. Yeah.
When we beat the Ravens, that was definitely a
Mhm.
trap game for them.
What's
But
going on?
it took a walk off touchdown to get that trap. You know what I
To
mean?
get the trap right. Yep.
I don't see us losing to a walk off touchdown.
Yeah, that would be devastating.
Hey, Greg, what's going on, man?
What's up,
What's going
Greg?
on? What's going on,
Hey,
everybody?
by the way, I'm gonna send you a picture of Josh Allen that you need to update date your Josh Allen picture. I'm gonna send you a better much big.
You give them the one that Triple S used,
Which one's that one?
the one with the peach face.
No, that one. No, I'm giving him the other one, the one with the cross-eyed one. I sent you it.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? The one where
Cross-eyed.
he's looking cross-eyed. He's looking cross-eyed. I'll put it up in a minute. Hold on.
All right.
So what's going on, Greg? How are
Not
you doing?
much. I'm doing great. We got college football on. Dolphins
Which
tomorrow.
gotta love it.
Fantasy. By the way, I just want everyone to know I vetoed the trade for Ali. Because for me,
What a hater, man! You're a hater. I knew that.
because this week is as they say in college, is like hate week. So this week it's hate Ali week. For this week.
Damn.
Speaking of acting like Ursay, so I was wondering, Shake,
Hate
if they
Ali.
had like, and I meant to ask Kahari this, maybe he might know, but I wonder if they have a similar rule in the actual NFL and it just never happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if all the owners could come in and veto a trade, you know what I mean?
That would be something, wouldn't it?
Yeah, they can veto.
And it's just something that's never happened out of pure etiquette. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of trades that probably they're I'm sure a lot of teams would have tried to veto.
Right, but it would take enough teams, you know, and there's probably just never been enough teams, enough owners to do it. Because they all wash each other's hands, you know. They're all making money off every player. So what's the difference if Tyreek Hill's putting up yardage and making money for Miami when they're all getting a cut of that?
Yeah.
Getting that cut.
Oh man. So how much you think? What's your score prediction for tomorrow, Greg?
I said I think it should be a blow, but every time I predict a blowout, it doesn't go that way. So I'm gonna say Miami wins 35-27. Dolphins get a last second touchdown.
Dang, yours is close to mine. You see, you got an 8-point victory,
So yeah, sure.
right.
7-point victory.
So you're
On a last second
totally
touchdown.
clear. You're right. You're totally clear in the 6.5. I got it at 31-24. Clear in the 6.5 by a half point.
Yeah.
But at the same time, in the NFL, bro, I mean, 6.5, 7 points. That, man, you're getting in territory. If it was -8, that could indicate a blowout. Like in the NFL, that it doesn't. It's -8 and above that indicates a blowout.
Yeah.
Yo, I could see the light is in the building. What's up? I could see the light.
But I think
What's up,
Vegas.
guys? How you guys doing?
What's up, man?
Hey,
man, how you doing?
I think Vegas is a little hesitant to make it a 7 or 8 because they don't want to see they don't see. Look, even if we might put up points early, and then you're watching the Russell
Come
Wilson
on,
show
Clemson!
in junk time, and that's why I got it like 31-24.
Come on, Clemson!
And by the way, real quick,
Money on you.
I'm just gonna put this real quick. I'm changing. This is the Josh Allen picture. You should have. I think it'll be the best one for you to have on there as your avatar.
So, any holes
That's
you're
the best
looking to
one.
fix on your team, Light?
Yes, I need a freaking running back, man. This is crazy how
I need
these
one
running
too.
backs are going down. Also,
Well, Crypto
wide
needs a
rec-
quarterback. Just
What kind
saying.
of
and I got lucky because I drafted Baker my last draft pick.
Oh, your last pick, Baker.
Honestly, I think it was my second to last pick because I'm thinking, I said, should I wait? Should I wait? And I wanted Love, but somebody took him before me. So I said, you know what? I'll wait one more round. And sure enough, I got stuck with Baker Mayfield. But he's doing okay right now.
Yes, having a good season.
Yes,
So far.
I agree. I was also looking for love in all the wrong places.
Come on, Clemson, get the Spurs.
Yeah.
What does anybody want for running back? Anybody know?
I have no running backs to trade because of Chubb being hurt.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah.
And then this week I kept putting running backs in to claim for Chubb, and then every day I go to check, somebody's claimed my running back, and I'm like, what the hell is going on here? But yeah, I was freaking out. I'm like, how every time, like every day I put a claim in, and then I don't get it. Assuming people are ahead of me in the waiver claim, that's probably a nice throw, Kane. Come on, Clemson.
That's why whenever I do waiver claims, I do it like on a Friday, Thursday or Friday, because at that time, those you could pick up with no hesitation. Everybody done went through the waiver wire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think the best. I usually do it during Saturdays, and if you do it like on a Saturday or Friday, those transactions usually happen right away.
Somebody check on Stephen Ross. Rutgers is going to keep it.
Well, then again, you should be in the waiver. Being that you have 2 losses, you should be ahead in the waiver wire right now.
I should
as well.
I don't know how the waiver system works.
I think it's the waiver wire is from usually is from worst to last. The worst team picks first. So from worst to last to first, worst to first. Worcestershire sauce. Those are the three things that it's hard for a man to say is I'm sorry, you're right, and Worcestershire sauce.
Right.
What's funny? The funniest way
I heard the most hacked up word I've heard.
The funniest way I heard somebody say is wash your ass sauce. The wash your ass sauce.
Wash your ass sauce.
Wash your ass sauce.
All right, 30 minutes, Clemson. Come on.
Oh, you want Florida State to lose?
No, I got money on Clemson. That's why I want them to lose.
No.
I hate Florida State too, so it makes it even special.
Mm.
But yeah, I think the play for this week in fantasy, if you're talking about the Millie Maker, I'm gonna
Mhm.
be honest. Kirk Cousins, Justin Jefferson will be on the Millie Maker this week. Kirk Cousins not playing in prime time. He's playing at his 1 o'clock slate. He's gonna destroy the Chargers this week.
What's going on, Craig?
Right.
How you guys doing today?
Wonderful,
Good.
man.
Hey, what's up, Craig?
Well, I'll tell you what. I have a monster college game tonight.
Ooh.
Monster
I'm a
college
huge,
game?
I'm a huge Notre Dame fan,
Oh yeah.
going all the way back to when Joe Montana played for Notre Dame.
You
Man.
guys
Really?
are
Joe
playing
Montana
somebody
played at
tough
Notre Dame?
tonight, right?
Pardon me?
Who are you playing tonight? You're playing somebody
They
tough
play
tonight,
for
right?
Ohio State, don't they?
We
Yeah,
got
F
Ohio
Ohio
State.
Oh
State.
yeah. Oh yeah. Well, you're in good company around these parts.
F Ohio State.
We'll be rooting for you.
Mm-hmm.
I have
Yeah.
Notre Dame beating Ohio State 28-23.
Ooh.
Okay.
He missed it. No, he made it. Thank God.
I just baited Ali to come up. He's gonna come in here raging. What?
Sam
And then
Hartman's better than Kyle McCorkle.
TFTG takes no official position on any call.
and then tomorrow I have us winning 35-17.
And listen,
All right.
because of Ohio State, Florida has a basketball championship and a football championship. We can't hate them
Oh, I know, but
in the same
like
year.
I said, Notre Dame is so overdue. I love our coach, Marcus Freeman. He's turning it around.
Let's go.
So, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I just think Denver has a lot of internal problems. I mean, when you're calling out your defensive coordinator the second week of the season, that's an issue.
Yeah, but when you rather call him out early and then so he can fix it early enough so you can have enough time to correct it. Instead of calling him
I
out
don't
late in the
care.
season.
I don't care. Denver's not that good. And, you know, everybody's like, Surtain on Hill. Well, let Surtain chase Hill for 3 quarters.
Yeah.
He'll be tired. He'll be
Daddy
tired
knows
of that heat.
best.
That's just my feeling.
Yeah.
And I
So,
bet
but
isn't Patrick Surtain still with us or no?
Mm-mm.
Or is it no?
I don't think he is. No.
All right, McDaniel, make a phone call. Tell us how to beat your son.
So, but we'll see. We'll see what happens tonight, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. But I just think there's more going on with inside of Denver than people know about.
I think Denver is going to be a clown show this
Yeah.
year. I think Denver will be picking in the top 5, and they'll be selecting a quarterback. Which one? I don't know.
Well, you don't know, but it's just like I said, too many internal. I mean, look, I read stories, how much is true, how much is not true. But like I said, I don't think Sean Payton's a big fan of the old Russell Wilson. The younger Russell Wilson, yeah, he'd take. But how old is Russell Wilson? What is he? 34?
Something like that.
I don't think he's that old. Let me
look that up. Let me look that up.
Yeah.
But
the thing I could tell you right now, he's not as athletic as he used to be, so that's going to be advantageous for our defense.
Yeah, Russell Wilson's 34.
Oh shit!
So
born November 29th, 1988.
So, but we'll see. We'll see tonight. We'll see tomorrow. But like I said, I just think the Dolphins have too. Even without Waddle, I think we'll be fine.
If Waddle doesn't play, who do you guys think is going to replace him?
River Craycraft.
I honestly think Cedric Wilson Jr. will.
He hasn't played.
I agree. I don't think they'll call up Chosen for that.
No,
not with him. Not Chosen.
No, I think Wilson will play.
I look. I could see if they do if they do call up chosen, it'll probably be for depth and not for a step up role.
Or
Right.
maybe as a kickoff returner.
Something like that, yeah. It's going to be to some not to a lesser capacity, and not to, you know what I mean, not to move up the depth chart. Because
Right.
at the end of the day, you're not going to put a practice guy on practice squad to put him second or third string in your depth chart.
No.
That's a good point. That's I could see that.
Yeah.
And you know what? It'd be good for Miami if Cedric could get a game in or two. And you
We
can
need to
trade
trade
him
him.
eventually.
Yeah, I was just thinking that.
Because he's not going to stay in Miami. I honestly believe this is his last year in Miami.
Yeah, well, that's why he restructured his contract, so he's out next year.
Yep. I think he's gone after this year.
What's the cap hit, or is he a free agent after next
No,
year?
they restructured it, so there's no cap hit. There's gonna be a cap hit this year, but not. But next year there won't be a cap hit.
Oh, so lead him in the practice squad then, and let him sit there.
No,
Who are we
they
talking
can't
about?
cut. No. Who's that? Damn it, Wilson. No, you can't cut him in the practice cut. You can't cut him because there's gonna be a cap hit.
Oh, cap hit. Yeah. Okay, I see. Yep.
But next year we could move off of him. Same thing with Manuel Agba. There's a lot of players that we can move off next year, so that's going to be an awesome thing.
With how much cap space we're not gonna, I could see him, Agba. I think Howard's gone. And
you know what? That's interesting because I feel that Howard loves Miami and he likes his new defense, and I think he could play well with a smaller contract.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Howard's going to be 31 next year.
That is true. He's going to get older.
And he's never mind. No, never mind. I'm not gonna say it. Not gonna say it.
No, go ahead. I don't care.
No. It's a little too far. I'm not gonna say it.
No, and I believe if they can't come to an agreement with Christian Wilkins at the end of the year, I think he's gone.
Yeah.
You don't think they'll franchise tag him?
Maybe he won't sign it.
Yeah. Maybe he'll hold out or something.
Well, here's the thing. If he holds out, look, one thing I learned, and I learned this from Antonio Brown. Not Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell. You sign if he doesn't sign the franchise tag, then he has to sit out a year.
Yep.
Regardless. And the Dolphins and the next year, the Dolphins are I think they could wash their hands. So he has to sit out a year. So for next year, regardless if he likes it or not, the Dolphins have rights to him if they put that franchise tag for a year. So he can either sign it or sit out a year. It's up to him.
Yeah, I mean, I hope they can come. But listen, I'm going to be honest with you guys. He's not worth 22, 23 million.
Absolutely not.
I could agree with that. I could agree with that.
No way. He is not. I know that's what he wants, but there is no way, pardon my French, no way in hell. And if he can't come to that, well, like I said, then you trade him.
Well, then again, whatchamacallit, freaking, who's that? The Chubb isn't worth what we're paying him, but we're paying him. There's a lot of players that we signed that wasn't worth the contract. So it's not out of the realm of the possibility that the Dolphins will give him the money he wants. And I wouldn't be shocked either.
That's the one thing I don't like Greer. He screwed up. He should have waited. He should have done that contract last year. He had the opportunity to sign him for like 14, 15 million, but no. He waited one extra year, and that's why we're in this situation.
Yeah, but I agree. But we'll see. Like I said, it's a wait and see what happens. But you could have Chubb going. I mean, if Chubb doesn't do anything, you may have Agba, Wilkins, Chubb, and Howard all gone.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
But like I said,
do we have a second round next year? Or
yeah, I think we have our
a first, a second, and I think a third.
Okay, so we could probably replace those guys maybe in a third, fourth round,
Exactly.
Or maybe in the first round. Who knows? Depends who comes out of college.
Yeah, you never know who comes out. Guys come out. Sometimes I think they come out too early.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
I've seen it too much lately. Guys come out. Oh yeah, they listen to these people and to their friends.
Mel Kiper. Mel Kiper. Bum.
Pardon me.
Mel Kiper bum.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. So,
Mhm.
well, listen, I'm going to get back to football. I just wanted to chime in.
I appreciate you, man. Yeah, I'm about to shut this down in 15 minutes anyway. So,
All right. Well, have a good day, guys.
too,
I'm
Craig.
about to get ready to
Appreciate
go to
you,
work.
man.
And
All right.
Fins tomorrow.
Fins up,
Yes.
baby. Fins
Yeah,
up.
fins up.
Take care, guys.
All right.
Take care, man.
Oh.
Yeah, man. So I did the official math. I finally it was a pain in the fucking ass, but I finally got it. I found a system that works. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So yeah, crypto. I am 21-9. You are 17-13. So,
Damn.
but we have
Well-
we have a lot of differences in games. So I think
Yeah.
crypto can have a chance to pull up.
Just to let you know that I allow that gap. I'm just teasing. You know, it's like Tom and Jerry. It's a cat and mouse game. You got to be able to let the homie Shake Money get out ahead, so he would feel good about himself.
Yeah,
you know.
yes. Yeah, you allowed it, and I'm a diehard Canes fan. Okay.
What
I
a
had to
throw
let-
my club, man!
You know, he was feeling bad about those Gators, so I had to let him get. Let him win in some sport.
Yeah, I should have let you win because the Cubs are real trash this year. So I'm like, you know what?
Still in it, right, Crypto?
What's up, Cat for Life? Dímelo, hermano.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Hey, how are you, everyone? How are you?
We are wonderful, man, as always.
Hey,
bro.
Greg, man. Hey, what you think? You think Jay's gonna join Judgment Day?
What do you mean?
Jay Uso?
Yeah.
Hell no.
All right, look, man. KP, I need your help, bro. All right. Where's he at? My phone screwed up. You there?
No. He had an engagement in He's in Baltimore.
Oh crap.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
So what's going on, boy? Talk to me.
Had to take Florida State, huh?
Yeah, crypto.
State.
KP said what he heard. He said it's on site when he sees you.
Uh-oh.
No. He's coming there. He said it's on site.
It's on site. He's coming here, so I
Yeah,
didn't need to drop no coordinates for KP. He just shows up at my doorstep.
Yeah, he found out it was you that put the police dogs on him. You heard about that
KP
incident?
just gonna show up and knock on my door.
Yeah, you heard about that incident?
No.
He pulled up to the airport and he said he was surrounded by police officers, and apparently the dogs smelled something suspicious in his luggage, and they had to search his bags and everything, and they found
you
nothing.
capping for real?
For real.
Whoa.
And I
Man.
was saying that was crypto that did that. He kind of alerted the authority. He bribed the police to do that.
Right. I had to turn him over to the customers and U.S. Customs police officers.
Hey, no lie, bro. I actually had to go to jury duty for a case like that. A teacher went to the Bahamas, came back with luggage, and had his luggage, like the inner lining of his luggage, all full with powder, bro. And they had to determine whether it was him, if he was trafficking. It was crazy.
Oh man.
Damn.
That's crazy.
That's
Crazy.
That's
That is
scary
crazy.
as hell.
Yeah, bro. He had a good lawyer. It was a hung jury at the end. We were all split, bro. I was like, bro, keep it split. Let's keep getting free lunch for another 2 weeks.
It's okay to freeload once in a while.
Yeah, if it's different, if it's a murder trial or something crazy, you gotta be serious. But come on, dude. Like,
Yeah.
The ex crypto. What's your thoughts on this trial? Well, the first few days we had good food, but the third day not so much.
they didn't cater anymore. They told us they gave us a voucher for Burger King.
Yep.
They wouldn't validate our parking.
No.
You were a cap like, damn, how dare you not validate my parking?
Bro, I did civil, criminal, and federal. They got me 3 times, bro.
Wow.
On jury duty on each one. Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was pretty cool.
Your federal case, that was probably what? The border crossing stuff?
No, that was the drug one.
Drug one, okay.
The other one was about the guy asked me, "What do you have any thoughts about the new Marlins Stadium they got built?" Because the other one was about a construction deal going wrong,
I want to get
and
in
I
there.
was like, I told him the truth. I said I wasn't on board with it, and I wanted to stay, and they kicked me out.
Yeah, they
wanna go to
actually
Marlins Stadium.
disqualifying questions. They want to completely disqualify you, so they'll
Yeah,
ask a disqualifying question
it's like they're interrogating
intentionally.
you. It's like I didn't ask to be here. Why are you interrogating me?
Yeah,
Touchdown. Come on, get in there, Shipley.
right. So they can know they have an impartial jury. So
If I,
the object is to ask a question that's most likely going to throw you out immediately.
if
They
I
ask a
ever got jury
disqualifying
duty,
question.
I'm going there guilty so I can leave. That's the mindset I have. Prove me why he's not guilty. Guilty. I want to go home.
Just go right in the door, right off the grid, and say, "Yeah, that's my cousin. He shouldn't go to jail for it." There you go. Just say that that's my cousin, and I think he should get off scot free. That
Yeah.
automatically gets you kicked out.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, you start
No,
naming names. Oh,
no,
you mean
my
Jeff? Yeah, I know Jeff.
let me preface this.
Yes.
My friend, uncle, my friend Roderick, he's black, so that's why I'm prefacing this. He was in jury duty, and he said,
Sucks.
how you got a jury duty? He goes, I'm racist, and especially towards black people. And they told him to go.
Golly.
God, that'll do it as well. That'll definitely get you going. Like, okay, no more further questions.
But yeah, man, how we looking for tomorrow, guys? We looking good for tomorrow?
I'm ready
Yeah.
to go. I get out at work at 12.
Okay,
Come home.
I'm
by
ready to roll, man. I'm gonna
too,
have it
man.
on the big screen. I might just put the
Hey,
projector up this weekend.
Cap for Life, what are you doing tomorrow for the game? What are you doing for tomorrow for the game?
I'm trying to figure it down. I'm narrowing it down to either chilling with a coworker of mine, a couple of homeboys from work, or I don't know yet, man. It depends. Big John might call me up. I don't know. I don't know, man. I get spontaneous.
Grill
Yeah.
steak.
Listen, if you're not doing anything, let me know. I'll text you the link, and I'm gonna be calling the game, and I'll have you on as a color commentator, if you will.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, if you're not doing anything, obviously.
All right, cool. I'll keep that in mind for sure, bro. Yeah, bro. It's gonna be a good game, bro.
Yeah. But I'm gonna be calling the game tomorrow because the color's gonna be at the game. El Capitan has some prior
Get in there.
engagement, so
Touchdown, Clemson.
I figured, you know what? Since I have the controls and I'm gonna be watching the game. I spent $75 on YouTube TV. Why not? You know what I mean?
75? Holy shit!
So tomorrow
$75 for YouTube TV? That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
75 a
is
month.
expensive.
Is that for
I
the whole
remember back when it
season?
was $45, man.
That's a month.
Oh, that's per month?
Yeah.
So for a year, that's
How much? But I go to any
like
of the
$400
cable.
bucks.
Any other cable company. I'm paying pretty much the same thing.
that's
Direct
true.
TV. You know what I'm saying? So, and the best
Yeah.
part here's the best part about YouTube TV. The best part. At February, I canceled it.
Oh.
That's the best part.
Smart.
Yeah, because I don't.
That is smart.
Yeah, I canceled in February, and then and I don't sign on again until late August.
Oh wow, that's that. I should have thought of that.
So, and the best part is you can watch it on your phone. So let's say let's say you have, which I tell my family, don't make any plans with me on Sunday. Anybody, I don't care. And if it's at a funeral, listen, he won't know that I'm not there, so I don't care.
Right.
But no, I watch. You can watch it on your phone too. So that's the best part too.
Oh, that's a carry-on TV right there.
Yeah. And another good feature is you could watch the they have a thing where they record. Let's say you watch the game, you push the Dolphins, you can record the Dolphin game, And so the next day you want to watch the game again, you can. They have two options. You can watch the whole game, or they have key moments. So however you want to do it. YouTube
Oh, wow.
TV is has
That's
pretty good
pretty cool.
features. Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
do they have like a split screen or no? Like, can you watch multiple games at the same time? Oh, no, they don't have that.
I
No.
think they do have that, like, there's a little option where you can do that. I got to figure it out how to work it.
Oh,
But
okay.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
yeah,
I
because
thought you had.
there's a little channel where they have 4 games going on at one time. So I still haven't figured it out yet. But
That's
like I
not
said,
the
the only
Red
reason
Zone channel, is it?
no, the only reason I got YouTube TV was to watch Dolphin games. I have no other use for it.
All
And
right.
and Gators games when I want when the Gators play.
Oh,
'Cause
it
I'm
also
gonna be
gives you college opportunities?
yeah. So it's just like it's like just like regular cable. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Yeah, bro, it's taking over. It's the future right now, bro. Everything right
Yeah,
now, bro. I
streaming
don't
is the
even
best.
think I've taken at least 3 hours of watching cable
Hey,
per week. I only
Bucket!
watch cable when I'm watching wrestling. That's it.
What's
All
up,
right.
fellas?
What's
What's up,
going on?
Mr. Pope?
Mr. Pope, what's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing right. How's it going? Let's see. Color, shake, crypto, cap for life. I see
Hey,
the
colors up
light.
here.
Yeah. Colors here.
Yeah.
What's
Color.
up, Mark?
Hey, I'll give you the scoop on this YouTube TV thing. I got sucked in because I ended up paying for the subscription for the YouTube TV so I could get the NFL Sunday ticket for $249. But next year, to save yourself some money, Shake, just don't get YouTube TV at all. Just buy the Sunday ticket package as a standalone.
Yeah.
That's the way to do it. Because I got
that?
duped. That
You can do it
I'm
as a
paying like
standalone?
72.
So what? Sunday
I pay like
ticket is not with DirecTV no more.
no.
No,
It's with
no.
YouTube TV exclusively.
Mhm.
But
So
you
you
can
could
get
do
it as
standalone
you can
by
get it as a
itself?
standalone option, and not
So how
get
much do you
sucked into the
pay?
YouTube.
Well,
I pay
the thing about it is,
$72.77 a month, and then I pay $249 for the privilege of having YouTube TV. Next year, I'm gonna drop YouTube TV like Shake in at the end of the last regular season game, and just buy NFL Sunday ticket as a a la carte option next year.
well,
It's
here's the
cheaper.
thing too. The only reason I didn't do that was because I'm also watching Florida Gators. So you know what I'm saying? That's the other reason. So not to
Shake,
mention,
do you have Fubu? Because Fubu covers everything. Fubu, I get like 61 games. I pay $117 a month for Fubu, and I
yeah.
get like 61 college games this weekend.
There's a
Oh,
channel
nice.
called Fubu. I thought it was a clothing line.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
No.
Fubu is a
That's
streaming
the
service.
TV.
Fubu's a
It's a
streaming
streaming
service.
service.
It's
Yep.
that's
Yeah,
It's
streaming.
not it's not the clothing
It's quite
line.
a few
My
streaming apps.
concern is if you live like I live in New Jersey, you still have the opportunity to watch the Dolphin games?
Yeah. DirecTV.
If you buy Sunday ticket, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, but see, I live in Fort Myers, so at the end of the day, I still could watch the Dolphins game. You know what I mean? And if not, and if I don't, I'm gonna be watching Pam streams. So, and not to mention, I'm going to the Buffalo game, by the way. This year I'm gonna go to the Carolina Panthers game, and I'm also going to the Giants game via Batman. So those gonna be awesome games.
Yeah, that's gonna be exciting.
Yeah. And I'm doing a lot of away watch parties. Next year I'm gonna be doing something where I'm gonna be visiting different Dolphins bars. So to kind of give a light to everything, you know what I'm saying? So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah.
I'm going to the Eagles game. So
Yes.
oh,
Yeah, I'll be
yeah.
at that game too.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I'm in the 300 section.
I'm in
200 section.
I'm gonna try to get
298.
tickets for that one.
I'm at 298 section.
Yeah, I'm in the 200. Yeah.
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 Yeah, my son is an Eagles fan, so it's gonna be exciting.
Your son is an Eagles fan?
He loves the
Yes.
Eagles. Oh wow.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
You guys going to the game then?
Yeah, we're going to the game.
Oh, cool. Crypto, you going to the game too, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I'll
Crypto's
be
gonna
there.
at that
I heard
game.
talking about Philly. I heard Cruz is going to the game tomorrow too.
Well, Cruz Ruiz?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
he's
from
flying
Philly.
in?
He's living in Philly. Yeah, it's Cruz. No, because Cruz lives in Philly.
No, he's going to the game tomorrow. He said tomorrow's game,
my bad, man.
and he's
Okay.
flying in, Cap.
That's what Batman said.
That's going to be exciting. Tomorrow's game.
Okay.
I hope the building is rocking.
Yeah, I'm gonna be at the Giants game though for sure. Because I got a lot of friends who are Giants fans, so you know what I mean.
It's first home game, so it should be exciting. It should be a lot of people there in the stadium. That's for sure.
Yes.
They say Dan Marino's going to be there signing autographs for like the first 50 people that go to the kiosk where he's at in section 142.
Nice.
And you might have some other former Dolphin player supporting the Dolphins.
Supposed to be like a Pepsi stand.
Hey, Mark, let me get your a preview on the Buffalo Bills game while you're here. What do you think of your game? Mark, can you hear me?
I think that front seven is nasty for Washington.
Yeah. Mark, you there?
Well, it's college day football. Yeah. A lot of games on already.
Who do you play today? Who Colorado play today?
Y'all playing? The U's playing Temple. Florida's playing. Florida State is playing. Clemson.
Colorado playing.
And Colorado is playing. They're playing actually a ranked team.
Let me see who they playing.
By the way, have we interacted before? I could see that. I don't think I've spoken to you before. Okay,
no,
it was nice. It's nice meeting you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. You guys been great, man. I love the channel.
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for stopping by, man.
No problem. Thank you for letting me be in the show. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're playing Charlotte. Yep. It is what it is. Yeah, they're playing Oregon. Miami's playing. Miami is playing. Miami is playing. Miami is playing. That hard tempo. Yeah.
Man, that should be a good game, though.
That's gonna be a good game.
Yeah, Temple is such a freaking powerhouse team. Get the fuck out of here. Go ahead.
But the Colorado Oregon game should be good. Damn. That should be a good game because Oregon is ranked 10th and Colorado is ranked 19th. That's gonna be a good game. 3:30.
3:30 game today, right? NBC, I think it is.
Let me see. ESPN.
Oh, okay.
ESPN, Fubo, and Sling TV.
Fubo.
It's free with ESPN. It's called.
What was it? What's that? Fuck you, by us.
I didn't say that. I'm pleading the fifth on that one.
That's good marketing.
Mm-hmm. Oh man! But anyway, hey, I'm gonna shut this down because I do intermittent fasting and I've been freaking I don't eat breakfast, so I'm hungry as fuck. All right. With that being said, anybody final thoughts?
Listen, enjoy the Sunday. Fins up.
For sure. Yeah, man. And please come around more often, man.
I sure will. It's been great.
Yeah, man.
Guys, have a good Saturday, and I'll see you guys on Sunday.
Fins up, man. I'll be calling the game for sure.
All right, good. I'll be listening.
That's what's up. Thank you, man.
Yep.
That's what's up, man.
Guys.
Crazy Dolphin, what's going on? Final words?
Hey, thanks for letting me come up on the show, fellas. And
for sure, man. You know you're always welcome here, man.
And jump in front of the TV and watch some college football. So listen, enjoy the rest of your day. I guess I'll see y'all tonight on Ali's show late on the night.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for sure, Mr.
With your substitute host, color commentary. He's gonna be the substitute host, but I'll be the sidekick as always. So
ain't nothing wrong with that. Man,
I got
hey,
it's a Fins
hanging out
tailgate
with
event.
family.
I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there no matter what.
No matter
I
what.
hear on that.
Hell yeah.
All right, so I see.
Yep. All right,
Yeah.
Mr. Polk, we appreciate it,
All
man.
right.
Thanks for coming by, man.
Well,
All
hold
right,
on.
Fins up.
Hold on. Wait a minute. I just got this breaking news from Adam Scheffner that Josh Allen is still trash. Fins up.
Good grief.